Hey, what's up? This is Will C here with part 2 of my new series of WWE What Ifs. Episode 2 today is going to look at how I think the WWE would have played out WrestleManias 27, 28, and 29 in a Rockless WWE, meaning that The Rock does not come back in 2011, 2012, or 2013. Part of me didn't think he would come back. I mean, after being gone 7-8 years, that's a long time. I started to worry that he wouldn't be back, probably because like with his Hollywood managers and stuff like that, you know, they all told him that, hey, you know, like to be taken serious as an actor in Hollywood, you know, you had to leave wrestling in your rearview mirror and stuff like that. So yeah, no, part of me is surprised he did come back, but part of me wouldn't be surprised if he didn't come back. And this video is going to take a look at what if The Rock did not come back. I think if The Rock didn't come back, I don't think John Cena and The Miz headline WrestleMania 27. I think the WrestleMania 27 main event only served one purpose, really, and that was to hype you up for the first Cena Rock match at next year's WrestleMania 28. I thought Miz was doing very good work. I thought he was a good champion. His character, he had a great character. He was great characteristics. His character was that of, you know, a guy that was being abused by legends, who wasn't really respected by many of the veterans throughout the company. But I thought through hard work and good characterization, he deserved the main event. I thought he was good. But I just don't see that main event happening without The Rock's involvement. I don't see it happening. You're thinking, what about CM Punk? Same thing. I mean, I like Punk, but he was with a Nexus. He wasn't quite at that level that he would reach later on in the year, and especially in 2012, 2013. I don't see WWE putting him in the main event either. So in a Rockless WWE for WrestleMania 27, I would venture to guess that Undertaker Triple H would have been the main event. And for this WrestleMania and the next WrestleMania, the emphasis would really be on the streak, as you're taking this time to build up new main eventers, your Alberto Del Rios, your Jack Swaggers, your Rybacks, whoever. You're kind of going to rely on the streak to be your selling point of WrestleMania for these few WrestleManias. So with that said, Undertaker would obviously defeat Triple H, as he did. He wouldn't be left laying, though. He wouldn't be carted out of the arena like he was. I would think the way you do it the next night on Raw, you'd have John Cena come out and he'd cut a promo and he'd say, regardless if I'm the champ or not the champ, there's one thing I haven't done that nobody's done in this company. The only thing left for me to really, truly accomplish is to end the streak. So there you already got your main event for next year's WrestleMania 28, John Cena versus The Undertaker. As you get past Royal Rumble there, the commentators are really going to push that John Cena has never lost in a one-on-one encounter at WrestleMania. With the way I see it playing out is if Rock wasn't around, he maybe would have beat The Miz in a title match at WrestleMania 27. I think that would be a fair assumption, because you wouldn't have The Rock to build that story with. So Cena would go over The Rock there, or excuse me, there. Cena would go over The Miz there, and he would be champ going into into the new season of 2012. And I think the biggest way you could create the fear, create that doubt that, oh geez, WWE's going to let Cena break the streak. I think the best way you do that is to have him go on talk shows, go on Jimmy Kimmel, go on the Kelly and Michael show, go on any of those late night talk shows, and have him say things like, I hope our WWE universe can forgive me when I accomplish this milestone of all milestones. All good things must come to an end. Yada yada yada. Not just going on Raw and SmackDown and saying I'm going to end the streak. Going on national TV shows and telling people, yeah, sorry, this streak is coming to an end, and this is the biggest thing I can accomplish in WWE, and it's happening on our biggest show. I think if John Cena did that, if WWE had him go on TV shows, late night shows, early morning shows, whatever, and say, hey, I hope the fans can forgive me, but this is coming to an end. I think that might be the number one way you create some doubt, you create some worry that, oh shit, that goddamn McMahon, he's gonna give this to Cena, isn't he? Of all the accolades he has, why would they give it to him? Why not give it to a younger guy? But that's McMahon's bitch boy, John Cena, gonna do it again. And I think that's how you create that fear and create that doubt. And really, they wouldn't get the Raws before WrestleMania. They wouldn't really get too physical. They would just do some verbal jabs, kind of like Cena and The Rock did, in their build-ups. Nothing too much physical, just a lot of verbal jabs. I could see Undertaker saying, Cena saying, doing his corny, you can't see me, and Undertaker being like, the only thing I can't see is you ever ending the streak. And I think that's probably one of the biggest WrestleMania 28 main events you can do without Rock. I think that's the biggest WrestleMania 20 main event they could have. The franchise versus the most well-respected legend of all time, and probably to most WWE fans, you look more forward to the streak match every year than you do the WWE Championship, and so there's your main event for WrestleMania 28. Now WrestleMania 29. I don't think you're going to be relying on the streak here to carry your main event for WrestleMania 29. In this time period between 2011, 2012, 2013, you want to establish your main eventers. And I think this is where CM Punk would have got his main event. I truly do. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a huge fan of his, and not because just he earned it, which he totally did. I mean, he was straight fire through 2012. But I think CM Punk definitely gets the main event there. And I could see it playing out one of two ways. One way is that I believe it was 434 days his title reign went into the Royal Rumble of 2013. I could see that carrying into WrestleMania. And if you add basically about 2 more months onto that, 60 days, you're closing in on about close to 500 days, probably about 495, 496 days by the time WrestleMania rolls around, probably 500, depending what date WrestleMania was on. And if he's going in as champ this year as a face, then I think you put him in the main event with Brock Lesnar. And I chose Brock Lesnar because outside of The Rock and John Cena, he is your, maybe bigger than John Cena, but outside of The Rock, he's your number one marquee name that probably most fans would know about, or fans from the fighting world would know about. That's not, he's the number, to me, he's the number two, probably number one now, but number two outside of The Rock, the number two guy in the outside world associated with pro wrestling would be Brock Lesnar. And I think if you put Punk and Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania 29, you got a awesome match. You're building up Lesnar really hot for these next few years that you have him for, that Lesnar would be the champ. And I think Lesnar would end the title reign here. Lesnar takes the title, and if I was booking, he would at least have a 2+ year reign as champion. He would successfully defend at 30. He would successfully defend at 31. And then whenever you find the appropriate guy to have beat him, then you have him beat. But the other way I could see it playing out is if CM Punk did somehow turn heel still without The Rock around, then you'd have a 3-way with Punk, Lesnar, and Cena, but the same result. Brock Lesnar leaves WWE champion at WrestleMania 29. And I think that's how you would capitalize on Brock Lesnar's star power and being back at his first WrestleMania since his return to the company in 2012. It's weird. It's almost like when Lesnar came back in 2012, it's almost like he was on probation. It's almost like when they brought him back, they had to see how he was going to fit in and how he was going to act within the company and stuff like that. His first match back, they have him job to Cena at Extreme Rules, and then his first WrestleMania, they have him lose to Triple H in a no holds barred match. I like Triple H, but he's, you can't even almost call him a part-time performer. He was around so little that, and Triple H didn't need that win over Brock. It wasn't necessary. It served no purpose, really. At least I don't see it did. I don't think anybody believed that Triple H's career was going to end at WrestleMania 29 with that stipulation on the line. But yeah, it's almost like he was on probation and they were testing his loyalty. We're going to be like, oh, okay, we're going to have you job to John, we're going to have you job to Brock, and we're going to see how you react to it and see if you cause us management any headaches if we have you do these jobs. And it seems like Brock, as much as I like him, it seems like he doesn't overly give a shit if he wins matches, loses matches. It's all about the wallet, right? So, but anyway, that's how I see a rockless WWE playing out for your WrestleMania 27, 28, and 29 main events. You got Taker, Triple H, moved up to the headliner at WrestleMania 27. You got John Cena, Undertaker, WrestleMania 28. And 29, I would say CM Punk and Brock Lesnar is your headliner. And Lesnar ends the 500-day streak of CM Punk. Let me know how you think. How you think a rockless WWE would play out in 2011, 2012, 2013. One thing I forgot to mention, I would say, is with The Rock being gone, I think you would take that time in 2011, especially 2011, 2012, you take that time to build up the newer, I'll call them the new generation of this generation guys to be WWE champion and be the feature headliners. Like, Del Rio, I thought he was great in 2011. Jack Swagger, I thought had a world of potential. He could have been world champion, a much better world champion. He could have had like an MMA gimmick. He could have been a top guy. John Morrison, go go on YouTube, watch John Morrison, type in like John Morrison 2011, and watch some of his introductions for matches against Christian and The Miz, and Joe Mo got massive pops. John Morrison got. He got huge pops. John Morrison would have been a guy I would have been looking at as a WWE champion, a guy you want to build your company on going into, into the later years, 2014, 2015, 2016. And I think if they would have took more time with him, I don't think he would have left. I think he would have been a well-made main eventer, and I think that's one of the biggest mistreated guys that could have been a headliner for them in these past 4 or 5 years of John Morrison. Let me know what you think about that too. But yeah, there it is. Thanks for watching. Again, let me know how you think a rockless WWE plays out in 2011, 2012, 2013. I'm Will.